So I think we've seen today that plants clearly have the ability to store and recall biological information. Of course, this is quite different from the detailed and emotion-filled memories that we recall every day. But at a basic level, the behaviors of different plants that we described are clearly remedial types of memory. Whether it's tendril coiling after being touched, the Venus flytrap closing, or plants remembering environmental stress, all include the processes of forming the memory, retaining the memory for distinct time periods, and recalling the memory at a later point in order to get a specific developmental response. What's truly fascinating is that many of the mechanisms involved in plant memory are also involved in human memory, including epigenetics and electrochemical gradients. Indeed, over the past several years, plant scientists have discovered that not only do plant cells communicate with electrical currents, but plants also contain proteins which we call neuroreceptors. Yes, plant cells contain the same proteins in our nerves, which are called neuroreceptors. A perfect example of this is the glutamate receptor. Now, the glutamate receptor is a brain protein, a neuroprotein, that's very important for neural communication, for memory formation, and for learning. And a number of neuroactive drugs target the glutamate receptor. So you can imagine what a huge surprise it was for my colleagues at New York University to discover that not only do plants contain glutamate receptors, but plants such as Arabidopsis are sensitive to these same neuroactive drugs that alter glutamate receptors in humans. I'll say that again. If you take a drug that can affect the glutamate receptor in animals, in humans, and give it to Arabidopsis, it affects the way that Arabidopsis grows. I think this type of story leaves us just to marvel at the evolutionary role of brain receptors in plants. And so perhaps human brain function and plant physiology may be even more largely similar than we ever assumed. Which of course then leads us to perhaps the most intriguing, if not problematic, question of all. If plants exhibit different types of memory, are they conscious? And should they be considered intelligent? I'll leave that for our last class. See you then.